What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? Good morning, people. All right, it's a rainy Saturday. It's supposed to clear up today, uh, getting to the 50s. But you know me, I'm already up. Sun came up, so I got up. Get ready to head on out. Just a brief touch on the last post I did when I was talking about building my garage and making sure I'm being obedient and being a good steward over what God is blessing my family with. And for the most part, I've done pretty good in life. So, it is what it is. But when it comes down to my spending, I tend to buy things that I want. And I don't think it's a problem, but my wife might think it's a problem. Because she always says, you always get what you want, right? So I'm not a flamboyant spender like that anymore. Like I said, I don't go out shopping and buy designer clothes and a whole lot of stuff like that. I got closets full of that stuff that I don't even wear. I think I spoke about that before. Because my attire is always work. Now I spend money on my cars. And if I want to buy a car, I'll go out and buy a car. I think the last couple of cars I bought, I didn't really confirm it with my wife. But, that's what we do as men, right? But it's not right. You should at least have a conversation with your wife. So, I don't spend extravagantly. I'm not extravagant. I don't buy jewelry, gold. I don't waste my money on that stuff. Again, designer clothing, I don't buy any of that stuff anymore. My primary concern, of course, is my home. Now, my work truck, and you guys probably seen that old the white Silverado. I got rid of my Jeep and bought the Silverado because the Jeep was cool, but it was a money pit. So my Silverado is my work truck. So I spend money on this because I'm putting my logos on it, and then I'm designing this truck so people can look at it. Or I'm making it so somebody will look at it and be like, ooh, look at that truck. But at the same time, they're reading my company logo. They see what I'm doing. They're taking down the phone number, that kind of stuff. I didn't want to just put stickers on it on this time. And again, this truck I want to pass on to my godson, because when I'm done driving this for work and I get ready to move it to the next work truck, I'm simply going to stick this one in the backyard, which would have been inside the garage. And when Corey get old enough, he'll get this old truck, something old that he can go back there, tinker with, and drive around and be like, I got an old work truck. Now, I read Jeremiah. Jeremiah 15 is what I'm reading now. And Jeremiah 15 was about the droughts and how God was not going to answer the prayers of Judea, Jerusalem, because of the sinful and iniquities, and how the deer in the field didn't have water, how they went out to get water, there was no water in their vessels, all that stuff in Jeremiah. Now, how does this relate to what I'm talking about now about building? I've decided not to, as of now, I'm not going to build the garage. Because I'm going to stay steady on the course that I'm on. I bought a rental property in Detroit. I've got to finish that. I've got a lot in Detroit that I'm going to do a tiny home on. I need to finish that. I don't need to take on a new project. So I got to be obedient. Again, this is why I say when I speak it out loud and talk to you guys, and then I get confirmation from God, I can come back to you all, and then you all will see a transition or a change in my thought process and say, wow, that brother changed. He gave it a couple of days, he changed, he did something differently. I realized that the garage is a desire of my heart. My wife don't really care much about that garage. I don't really need that garage. So I don't need to go spend $10,000 to build a garage right now. I got a tiny house already back there that I haven't even started building in and turn it into living space yet. So why take on a new 2-car garage build when I still have things that I need to do? So that's God answering me in regards to me putting out there what I wanted to do and me finding out that it is a desire of my heart, because I look at the garage and I want to go back there and be able to put my cars in there, and I want to be able to I got a 1976 vintage Triumph I want to restore. I want to put that in there so I can look at it. I simply want to have a garage so I can put my cars, my BMW, the old Jaguar I bought for my wife, the motorcycle, put them in a garage. I want to put a glass door on there so I can look out my window and admire my vehicles. In a sense, I'm idolizing material items. Again, that's something God has warned us about anyway. So why take my resources to buy something else that I don't really need right now? That's not a necessity. Just so I can have it, so I can look at it more and idle it. Being good stewards over what the Lord is blessing us with. Being good stewards over what the Lord is blessing us with. Not caring what anybody else says. Because my cars, I ride around my cars, I want people to look at them and see me, of course, especially with the business truck. But the garage is just something for me to sit there and stare at, to be honest with you. You know, and again, the reason I'm posting it, I post and I talk to you guys because you see a shift and you see a change. You see a change in my mindset. So Jeremiah 15 was about famine, not honoring God, not worshiping God, worshiping false idols, all through Jeremiah. Which again brings me to, why do I want that garage back there so I can put my car, my motorcycle in there and go out there and look at it? And then in regards to my marriage, that's just another spot for me to go to be away from my wife. Something else that pulls me away from my wife. See, all of that stuff ties in to my journey, ties into God, ties into my marriage. It all ties in. Because if I go out there and build that garage, I'm going to be in that garage. I'm going to be in that garage with those cars, with that motorcycle. I'm going to be in the garage with those tools. I'm going to be in that garage. And I'm not going to be in the house with my wife. But my wife don't want to come out to that garage. So again, God has shown me that building that garage right now is just another thing to pull me out of my home and away from my wife into doing something else. It's bad enough I work all the time. I get up in the morning, I go to work, I come back in the evening, then I sit down and I watch TV. We talk about the TV thing. We got the grandbaby, so we spend time with the grandbaby. I try to pick up my godson, spend time with him. But all of these things pull us away from one another, because the wife, I had a granddaughter and she chasing her all day. I'll pick up Coy on the weekend. I got to monitor and be with him all the time. She's working during the week. I'm working during the week. You know, now, again, I want to build a garage, which means I'm going to be back there working and building on the garage. And at this point in this journey, it's not necessary. So again, this post today is about, I want you guys to see how God works and how he brings you clarity when you seek him and when you ask for him. I sat down, I did my reading. I switched up on how I've been reading too. I'll put the word on YouTube, of course, and then I'm hearing the word while I'm reading the word. I get more out of it by just reading the word. Because hearing the word and reading along with the word, it for me, it's not the same. I've got to sit there and read it in silence to hear it, to understand it, to comprehend it. It's good to be able to find it on YouTube, because if you don't have time to sit down and read, you can always put it on and listen to it. But again, this is just the way God works in my life right now. He's really keeping me on track. He's holding me accountable. So therefore, I have to hold myself accountable. He's doing his part. So I've got to do my part. So there will be no new garage, people. And again, this is just me being obedient, because I want to draw not only closer to God, I don't only want to be a better person, but I want to have a all-around healthy life, and I want a healthy marriage as well. Therefore, I'm careful on the decisions that I'm making now. And the past is the past. There was a time I'd have built 3 garages back there. But no. So there you go, guys. Message for today is just listen to the Lord, ask him, confirm it. Remember, confirmation is what I'm doing. Confirm my decisions or your decisions before you, in everything we do. Finances, marriage, work-related, everything we do. Confirm it with God first. And then clarity will come to you. I'm telling you, boy, I used to be willy-nilly. I just go out there and just didn't care. Just spin all day long. But when you're on a course, when you have a set course, when you have a plan, and God is included in that plan, you will make much better decisions, which will make your life be a lot smoother. So one battle I avoided is going to be the battle of that garage, what my wife has to say. So on that note, guys, again, I do this and I come back and I make the corrections so you can see them. And I hope I'm explaining these corrections clearly, but because it's all of God. It's all me being obedient and listening to God. Remember, my heart desires to eat some chicken. My heart desires for some catfish and some shrimp and some ribs. My heart I'm desiring it, but I won't eat it until I'm listening to God and being obedient. And here's another victory on me listening to what God is how he's directing me. Hearing him and listening, 2 very different things. All right, guys, so have a good one. We'll talk to you soon.